Okay, so now that we are aware of the point-slope form and it can be used to graph and see solution points, let's practice using it. Key to using it is to recall that it gives us the slope, right? So it tells us which direction to move, and it gives us a fixed point, x1 and y1. So that's a fixed given point. And you got to be careful because in that fixed given point, we're looking for what number is being subtracted from y. What number is being subtracted from x. That's going to help us find x1 and y1 respectively. So we're trying to match subtraction statements. So be careful. So looking at the first one, right, we can kind of see the number out in front here, right? The number that is out front of these parentheses is our slope. So in this case, the slope is 3/4. What number is being subtracted from x? Well, if we read real carefully, x minus 1. So our x coordinate of our fixed point is 1. What's being subtracted from y? Well, read carefully, right? Y minus 2. So we're subtracting 2 from my y. So my fixed point is 1, 2, and my direction is 3/4. So that basically gives us all the information we need to graph. So what's the picture? We'll start at 1, 2. Right? So there's our given data point, and then the slope's telling us to move up 3, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 to find another data point. And so I believe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's the point 5, 5. We can keep moving that direction, or we can think of this as a double negative, right? So that take us down 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, and to the left 4, right? And so there's another data point. Looks like -3, -1. Notice they all line up real nice. So where's the rest of the solutions? Well, all the solution points lie along that line. And so there's graphing made easy once I've determined a slope and a point. So there's that first one. In the next one, again, finding the slope. Well, the slope's always sitting in front of these parentheses. So my slope is 1/2. There's my direction. What's the data point? Well, what's being subtracted from x? We have x minus 4. So 4 is being subtracted. And then here's a little bit of a challenge, right? Because we're not subtracting, we're adding. But if you go back to our subtraction section, right, subtraction is the addition of an opposite. So a way that we can rewrite that addition is to say that that's the same thing as y minus a -3. So what's being subtracted from y? -3. And there's your data point. So be careful. Again, we're trying to match subtraction statements. If I have it, just read carefully. If I don't, convert it and then read carefully. So we're subtracting -3. So my data point is at 4, -3, right? So there's the data point that's given, and I'm being told to move the slope of 1/2. So go up and over 2. Go up and over 2. Or go down and to the left 2. Right? And so there's all my solution points. So 4, -3 was given. I think we have 6, -2, and 8, -1, and I believe that'd be 2, -4. So graphing made easy once I have a point and a solution. All right, so let's carry on. So in the next one, again, the number that's sitting in front of the parentheses is the slope. So we have a line that's decreasing now, right? It's got a negative slope. And then what's the data point that's given? Well, we have to be careful, right? Because we're trying to match a subtraction statement. And right now here I have a plus statement. So how can I rewrite that? Well, when you say x plus 4, that's the same thing as saying x take away -4. So it's being subtracted as -4. So there's my x1. Here we already have a subtraction statement, and that's good. And so what's being subtracted? Y minus 1. So 1's being subtracted. So there's our data point, and we have our slope. So we'll start by graphing my data point. Right? So there's -4, right? -4, comma 1. And then the slope's telling us to go down 2, 1, 2, and to the left 3. So it looks like I have -1 as another. Go down 2 and over 3. So it looks like what we have is 2, -3. Or if you want, you can go up 2 and back 3. So there's another data point. And I guess that would be what? -7, 3, I believe. So there's 4 solution points. So where's all the rest of them? They all fall along that line, and we're done graphing. All right, so again, it's all about finding your location and finding your slope. and then graphing is made easy. So last one, again, the number in front of the parentheses, there's my direction, there's my slope. What's my data point that's given? What's my fixed point? Well, we have to match subtraction statements. This is an addition. So when you say x plus 3, that's the same thing as saying x take away negative 3. So there's my x1. You say y plus 2, well, that's the same thing as saying y minus negative 2. So there's my x1, or excuse me, my y1. And so there's my location, so negative 3, negative 2. All right, so there's one data point, and then to get the next one, we're going to go down 1 and over 4. So it looks like I just found another one at 1, negative 3. Down 1 and over 4. All right, so I think I found 5 and negative 4. And so where's the rest of the solutions? Well, they all fall along that line. So there you go. So that's how we graph point-slope form. Again, it's all about finding your point. It's all about finding your slope. And then graphing is made easy by plotting your location and then moving in the direction. So there's graphing.